Yesterday we asked whether there was much to celebrate. Tonight we are asking why the BJP went for the attack even before the Congress party formally began the celebrations. Salman Khurshid representing the government and the Congress, Vinod Mehta of The Outlook, Kumar Ketkar, senior journalist here with me, and also Chandan Mitra, to whom my first question goes. Dr. Mitra, could you tell all our viewers and Salman Khurshid, whose party is extremely upset with you, why your party, even before any formal statement or celebrations began, had this press conference today criticizing the UPS record? What were you trying to achieve?
What is there to wait? They are going to have a dinner where half of their allies are not going to even be there, and they are going to celebrate. Look, I agree that they have enough to celebrate. Let me say, yes, they have enough to celebrate. They have made so much money in the last 9 years that they are celebrating the loot of the country. So that does not, don't need a formal statement from them. We want an account of how much money has been looted over the 9 years and how the India story has been completely relegated to the dustbin. So that is the only thing that we have to see, and that does not need a UPS statement patting themselves on the back.
Salman Khurshid,
they have already reached the Himalayan heights of corruption. What more?
Salman Khurshid, do you think the more the celebrations, the more the pointed questions will be asked about you? About why you're celebrating, the more negatives will be pulled out, the more facts you'll be called upon to answer?
I'm not going to get drawn into whether the use of the word celebration is appropriate. It's not a word that we have chosen. Your panelists are using that word. This is an important milestone, an event, and we are gathering to mark an event, take stock of what we have done, look ahead at the time that we have to fulfill the promises that we've given, and if we feel that we've succeeded on some things, to encourage ourselves and our workers with it, and if we think that we've slipped up somewhere, to ensure that we make good the loss.
No, can I then specifically ask you, Mr. Khurshid, would you concede that most of the achievements that you are talking about in your report card are all UPA-1 projects? NRHM, UPA-1. Manrega, with the scams and the CAG report, UPA-1. Right to information, UPA-1. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, UPA-1. On the contrary, if I were to pick up one example of Colgate, there is no mention of Colgate. When you talk about
Shiksha Abhiyan was NDA. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan was NDA.
So my question is, what real achievements are you showing in UPA-2? Is it not strange your report card is full of UPA-1 achievements?
Well, they see we are not. There are no silos that we can present to the country. There are points of view. There is a vision. There is a continuum, and there is a process. And each stage of that process is something that is known to the country, and that must be highlighted to the country.
No, but what you're trying to do.
There are a lot of new programs.
No, what you're trying to do, and I think
there are a lot of new programs. What are we trying?
No, what you're trying.
What are we trying to do?
What you're trying to do, and I think what is making the BJP nervous. Let me get a comment in from Chandan Mitra before I get in Kumar Ketkar and Vinod Mehta. What the Congress is trying to do, Chandan Mitra, and probably which is making you nervous, is change the nature of the discourse from corruption to, for example, direct cash transfer, from corruption to the food security bill, from corruption to all the social sector schemes. In other words, they are telling you, you can go on and on and on about corruption, but we will change the nature of the discussion in the next few months, and we are starting by doing that now. Chandan Mitra.
Let them, they are welcome. They are in government. They have all the wherewithal, and now they are flush with funds, so they of course they will try to change the discourse, but it will be for the people to judge whether these kind of lollipops being offered to the voters on election eve is going to change the record of corruption, misgovernance.
No, what do you mean by lollipops?
Reduced growth rate.
What do you mean by lollipops?
Inflation.
What do you mean by lollipops? Is
all these lollipops.
No, is the direct cash transfer a lollipop?
Doling out.
No, is
on the food security bill. I want the food security. 1 minute. Like you ask me a question, I'll reply. Food security bill. The BJP-run state governments have a better bill than what they are coming up with. So people are not fools. They are not fools. These kind of announcements that we'll give you food at this price and that price.
Are you feeling threatened? Are you feeling threatened?
The ADMK government
Chandan Mitra, Chandan Mitra, are you feeling threatened somewhere?
Come on, every opinion poll is showing us miles ahead of the UPA. हम तो मीलों आगे हैं, इनको तो अभी मीलों जाना है. तो that is very clear. Why should we feel threatened?
Well, now I would like to get in Kumar Ketkar and Vinod Mehta into this discussion. Kumar Ketkar first.
Yeah, okay.
The basics of this discussion have been laid out so far. Do you believe the Congress attempt to change the nature of the discussion will succeed over the next few days?
I don't think it will substantially succeed because it has not succeeded for the last 4 years. I have still not understood why they did not engage the people directly during last 4 years, directly communicating with them. This is not the first time any government that comes in crisis. Mrs. Gandhi was in crisis and she went out to people. She held something like 200 meetings without any election agenda. Went out to people to explain why she is being charged by all kinds of people between 69, 71, 75 and so on and so forth. So I don't understand why this government had this huge communication gap with the people. Whether they have achieved during last 4 years or not is a completely different question. I don't think corruption was the only issue for last 4 years. There are so many things that have happened at a lower, small, big, medium level, but they have not gone to the people.
So you're saying what they are doing is too late, and
explaining them, and therefore it is too late.
Yeah, you think it's too late. Vinod Mehta, what would you say to Salman Khurshid? Is this too little, too late in terms of a rebranding strategy?
Well, what I would say to Salman Khurshid is, of course, Congress is perfectly entitled to celebrate its 4th anniversary. This is a ritual that most governments do. But they would have to be very lucky to convince the people of India that they have something to celebrate. Now, what has happened already is that these celebrations are happening under a dark cloud. And as far as the report is concerned, we know what the report card is. I mean, it's hardly a secret. There will be much more attention today on the kind of endorsement and support that Dr. Manmohan Singh gets from Sonia Gandhi. And what are the nice things she says about him, and whether, very important, whether they will take any questions from the assembled media. But the focus is not so much on the report card today, it's on the endorsement that Sonia Gandhi gives to the Prime Minister, which there's...
Well, that's the question. That's a question. Salman Khurshid, let's get you in, and let Chandan Mitra also come in on this part. I think Vinod Mehta lays it very directly. Why has it come to such a situation? Why has it come to such a situation, Salman Khurshid, where the biggest headline is Sonia Gandhi's endorsement of the Prime Minister? What does this tell you?
No, I don't know. I mean, if you create a miasma, you create a question in the public mind, and then you think that question needs to be answered, and if it's answered, you say, well, there you are. The fact that you're answering this question means that you needed to answer this question. I think this is all fine as far as general discussion is concerned.
You think this is all, you say this is all journalistic talk, there's no reality in this, Salman Khurshid? Is there no reality in the fact that the Prime Minister had to be nudged by Sonia Gandhi to ask the ministers to resign?
I don't know how in the top echelons of our party discussions take place and how conclusions are drawn. But what we do know that conclusions are drawn, and those conclusions are conclusions that we believe are the best for the country and our party.